With the with the market the way it was, we started actually the construction. I built it back in '84, '85, '86. We moved in '86, and we had a lot of land that we were able to purchase at the time with the market, and out of that, it gave us an opportunity for future growth. So we've been through a lot over the years to be able to, to do what we do, and it's taken a long time to get to the point where we would consider it to be prudent, really, to expand the market. We pay for what we have. We're debt free, so it's, every time we do something, we got to think, really carefully about where we're using our resources and for what purpose are we using it for. We have other things going on besides the market itself. You can see my son got involved, and he's with Frank and other people, really created an international kind of situation for us where we're growing and shipping, out of Mexico, Central America, and South America. A lot of tropical type products that are available down there. Go and ship those products to receivers all over the country, mostly on the eastern half of the country, from Chicago to the East Coast. There's a lot of that going on. We have our own places where we're packing and shipping that we put in place. We also have some places where we actually have our own farms and we're growing stuff. So it's a complicated thing going on down there. So also we're involved in a shipping business where we're beginning to provide a route for product coming out of southern Mexico on the East Coast to the United States. That's going to start up at the end of October. So we have a link between us and them. So between Tampa and Costa in Mexico, we're going to have this link set up where we're providing services for all these people to get their products to market on both ways, United States to Mexico and us to Mexico. So the market is really involved in more and more stuff. So we got to be real careful, if we're going to put a lot of money into something, what's the net result. So at the level we're at right now with this expansion, what we're doing is we've worked for years to try to figure out what's the best way to use the property and also to get permission to use the property the way we need to use it. It's been more difficult as time's going on. The government's put more restrictions on us as far as how far you can build in this direction or that direction. And the amount of stuff you got to do to be able to do it. We had to have a Georgia commission. They have like a commission with the state of Georgia to look at the project and make sure that it's okay with them. And there's a lot of stuff that went on for several years to make this happen. So at the point we're at right now, we're going to grade this site, complete that, stabilize the site, plant the trees, and there'll be more trees planted than we're taking out by a long shot. So it's going to be a green situation over there, relatively speaking. And as far as the plans for the building, I worked for years on concepts of things that I thought would work, and over the last couple of years, I finally figured out something that I feel good about. So I've been working on that with some people. Basically a precast concrete kind of structure that would last for years. I mean, it's like a Class A type industrial construction, food service type production facility. It could be, it's expensive. It's difficult. I spend a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money doing things the best way I know how to do them. So it's a big project. So we have it phased so that perhaps when we get this part of it done with the land moving, which would probably be, I guess, in the middle of the winter or maybe by spring, we might have it done. Then at that point there, we're going to make a decision about when to start the building. By that time, I will have the plans, the basic plans for it, and which I've already worked on to some degree, so we can actually get a permit for it. And then the actual start date of the building, I'm not 100% sure. The first, like I said, it's a big step for me, so I'm real careful about when to say it. We've got to deal with Obamacare and other things this year that I haven't had to deal with before. That's one issue. Tax rates went up for us. We're a Chapter S corporation, so there's less money available to use for what we're doing. Every month, every 3 months, I pay a tremendous amount of money in taxes. The cash flow of the business is, affected by that. So difficult thing from a business perspective to figure out, okay, how much money is going to be available each year to invest in your business. You know, it's a changing scenario. It's not the same as it was 2 years ago. Also, transportation around the city is more difficult, so bringing a large group of people in from all over the place during the week is questionable. What I really wanted to make happen was for the weekend people that are really jammed in there, I wanted to make it so they could really, you know, have a nice place to come to on the weekends where they could enjoy themselves. They wouldn't get pushed around, shoved, and we could get our work done efficiently, we could produce our products efficiently, and make sure that that would work for them. And that's really been the impetus for me is during the weekend, because a lot of people just can't come to the market except on the weekend. So the idea of the new facility is really to take care of those people, to give them a place where they can sit down and enjoy themselves and be with people and meet there. It's like a meeting place, as well as have better access to the product, which would include, you know, case lots. In other words, right now, if you want to buy a case of something, they got to go get it. But in the future, there's enough facility space, you know, you can actually have the cases there where you can pick them up. And buy the case stuff is cheaper. It's less expensive for us to handle it that way. And we have the best prices on our product, the highest quality. We have another thing I wanted to tell you is that as far as the produce business goes, the DeKalb Farmers Market has the highest credit rating in the industry. And the industry is real particular about this. They have a couple of rating agencies, both Blue Book and Red Book, and you gotta kind of like deal with them. You know what I mean? And over the years, we've attained the highest rating they give us. We've had it for many years. And that makes me feel like proud of what we're doing over there. You know, we're doing the best we can because we learn as we go and take care of our customers, and we continue to improve our products. But the idea of treating people fairly on the growing side and, you know, the shipping side, the trucking side, all of that, it's been a big thing for me. And I'm proud of the fact that we have the highest rating in the industry. In other words, if you look through the book and there's thousands of people in it, we have the best rating. I mean, it's just a world of difference in terms of how we do business and how other people do business. When I started the market, I came from Your DeKalb Farmers Market. That's what I put on there. I went door to door in that neighborhood and asked them whether they wanted a farmer's market. I asked them, you know, do you want a farmer's market? And when they said yes, I said, okay, you know, it's your market. You know, I'm doing it for you. So that's the name. And then when I started, I had enough money at the beginning for one load of produce at the State Farmers Market. And when I brought it back there, I knew that it was either going to sell or wasn't going to sell that day because we didn't have refrigeration. And it was do or die. And those customers that I knocked on those doors, they came out that day, they bought the stuff, and I was able to go back and buy more product, you know, start the process. And some of those same customers, you know, I lost that building in 1979 in an ice storm. The roof came in, and on a Sunday, some of the kids that were working there called me up and said, you know, I think we got a problem. So I drove into my apartment, and I couldn't believe when I got outside my apartment, I was kicking the stuff on the ground, and it was like, I'm from New England, so I've never seen this stuff before. We don't have ice storms. We have snow, we have sleet, you know, to some degree, but mostly snow. And, you know, we don't have this kind of stuff. So when I kicked it, I realized how heavy it was. So I had this little greenhouse kind of thing, and it got into the gutters in one area and crushed it failed in one area, and it just the whole thing went in. So, those people, these people, when that happened, that Sunday, came out of that neighborhood, the Medlock neighborhood, and tore that building apart so we could get what we needed underneath it. A lot of heavy stuff. They had to move all kinds of stuff. I didn't know any of these people. I didn't know who these people were. Literally, I did not know. They just came out there and tore the roof up. And out of that, we were able, in the rain and everything else that was going on, we were able to sell off what we could and put the rest in storage. And then, of course, I had just expanded it, spent all my money, had the insurance company tell me at that moment, sorry, we don't cover ice storms. So it's like, no money. So at that point there, my customers again said to me, what can we do for you? And I didn't want to take any money from them. But they suggested that that they use their check. They suggested just take the money. So I said, okay, if you give me anything, you can use the checks as a coupon, to buy food. So if you gave me $100, you could use your canceled check when you came back, and we just keep track on the back of your canceled check. What we owed you, and a lot of people didn't do that, but some people did. Anyways, we raised $30,000 that way, and that allowed us to build the metal building that's over there today and get back in business. So out of that, connection to the community. You know, I've been sourcing this thing the best way I know how all these years. You know, and I built this facility close to the original market because of that. You need to go to the north side, you need to go to, that's where the growth is, the northwest, you know, I'll go up there. And I said to myself, I can't leave my people because these are my people, you know what I mean? These are the people that make the market what it is. So, you know, it was a commitment to stay in the area. And when you see that dirt moving over there, that's a commitment to staying here. Not just for my lifetime, because I'm already 66 years old. It's like, you know, it's the next generation as well. My son's involved, Frank's involved. I'm developing a group of people that really care about what we're doing so that when something happens to me, it'll continue on. And that's my commitment that the market should continue on.